Officials today revealed they find it hard to believe he could have devised the plot without help and that he also had a plan to escape the area alive. Paddock shot himself inside his Mandalay Bay hotel room when it was stormed by a SWAT team at around 11 p.m. on Sunday, 7 a.m. Monday UK time. Clark County Sheriff Joseph Lombardo said it's difficult to believe Paddock acted alone in the attack Sunday that killed nearly 60 and injured more 500. He said, "You have to make an assumption that he had some help at some point. What we know is that Stephen Paddock is a man who spent decades acquiring weapons and ammo and living a secret life, much of which will never be fully understood." Maybe he's a super guy. You know, a super yahoo that was working out all this on his own. But it would be hard for me to believe that. Lombardo said Paddock had been meticulously building up weapons and planning the shooting, and is troubled the mass killer was able to move his huge arsenal of weapons into the hotel room. He added Paddock had 1,600 rounds of ammunition and several containers of an explosive commonly used in target shooting in his car. Lombardo refused to say what led authorities to believe he planned to flee the scene, but it is known Paddock lined his room in the corridor with cameras so he could see police approaching. There have been unconfirmed reports a meal for 2 people was ordered to Paddock's room in the hours before the killing. It has also emerged the hotel security guard may have saved lives by confronting Paddock unarmed in the killer's room. Jesus Campos noticed the door of Paddock's room was ajar and was shot in the leg when he opened it, prompting Paddock to stop firing at crowds below. The hero continued to help police clear rooms even after being shot, with gunman Paddock spraying some 200 rounds into the hallway in an attempt to ward off cops. The dramatic details come just hours after the killer's girlfriend Marilu Danley said she had no inkling of the massacre he was plotting when he sent her to see family in her native Philippines. In a statement, she said, "I knew Stephen Paddock as a kind, caring, quiet man. I loved him and hoped for a quiet future together with him." "He never said anything to me or took any action that I was aware of that I understood in any way to be a warning that something horrible like this was going to happen." A little more than 2 weeks ago, Stephen said he found a cheap ticket for me to the Philippines and that he wanted me to take a trip to see my family. "Like all Filipinos abroad, I was excited to go home and see family and friends. While there he wired me money which he said was for me to buy a house for me and my family. I was grateful, but honestly I was worried that first the unexpected trip home and then the money was a way of breaking up with me." "It never occurred to me in any way whatsoever that he was planning violence against anyone." I have not made a statement until now because I have been cooperating with authorities and I voluntarily flew back to America because I know the FBI and Las Vegas Police Department want to talk with me, and I want to talk with them. I will cooperate fully with them. Anything I can do to help these suffering, I will do. Please respect my privacy and my family's privacy. The previous weekend, Paddock had rented a high-rise condo in a building that overlooked the Life is Beautiful alternative music festival featuring Chance the Rapper, Muse, Lorde, and Blink-182, said Lombardo, who offered no other details about what led Paddock there. On September 28, the 64-year-old high-stakes gambler and real estate investor checked into Mandalay Bay and specifically requested an upper-floor room with a view of the Route 91 Harvest Music Festival, according to a person who has seen hotel records turned over to investigators. Paddock wasn't able to move into the room until Saturday, said the person, who was not authorized to speak publicly and disclosed the information to the AP on condition of anonymity.